Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Healthy Moving Podcast, the show that empowers you to exercise less, but move more so you will feel better. I am your healthy moving enthusiast, Jen Hoffman from healthymoving.com. Today, we're talking New Year's resolutions. I know that seems a little crazy at this time of the year, but you've heard of Christmas in July. Kind of just think about this as a mid-year celebration of New Year's. It's going to be fun. Plus, I'm going to answer a listener question about beginning a healthy moving practice while pregnant. Thank you so much for joining me. So the calendar is presenting us with a pretty huge opportunity next week, a chance to change one of the most doomed practices of our modern culture. But we have to start right now. What's this opportunity? It's the chance to change the way you experience January 1st, 2016. Listen, I even appreciate the lure of the fresh start that a clean calendar promises. But let me ask you something. What's the first thing you think of when someone tells you about their New Year's resolution? You think, how long till they fail, right? Or maybe you say, yeah, everyone sets New Year's resolutions. Nobody keeps them. So I have a proposition for all of us. What if we make a plan right now to approach January 1st, 2016 differently? Instead of a day where we set goals to change in the future, we make it a day to celebrate change that has already happened. Instead of a day about resolutions, we make it a day about achievement. This way, when we get that fresh start feeling that a new calendar offers us, we have something powerful in our corner, momentum, to fuel us and help us continue with the great progress we've already made. We have 6 months. You want to know what we can accomplish in 6 months? I just got this email last week from one of my coaching and challenge program members. Let me read it to you. Jen, I had to email you. I just came from the doctor for my annual physical, and you'll never guess what I learned. I was there for a nasty sinus infection right after the new year. They weighed me at that appointment, and that was the last time I've been on a scale. When I signed up for your coaching program during the winter challenge, I decided to embrace your motto and focus on how I felt, not the number on a scale. Well, today, I weigh 16 pounds less than I did 5 months ago. And here's the real kicker. When the doctor said, "Wow, you've made some major lifestyle changes. How did you do it?" all I could think about was the small steps. I really don't feel like I've done anything major. I've missed as many days as I've done with the daily challenges, and the ones I have done have been so easy. I haven't made any major changes, not to my eating habits, though I know my work with you has helped me to feel more energetic so I don't reach for snacks out of exhaustion as much. And it's also been a horrible winter. I haven't even done much walking. Of course, I knew I had lost some weight, and I certainly have been feeling so much better. But 16 pounds? Seriously, I'm so grateful I found you, and I am pumped for the next challenge. Thank you for everything. There's so much to love about this email, but two of the things that I think are critical that we can all learn from and really harness the power of over the next 6 months is that, number one, she was focused on how she feels, not the number on the scale. I think we have to shift this intention that we all have, these goals that we set that are really about changing how we look and not about how we feel. We know that the best way to improve your health now and for the long run, we're talking 10 and 20 years from now, is to really keenly focus on improving how you feel. The second thing I love about her email is her emphasis on the small steps. She was shocked by her weight loss because what she's done hasn't been a complete overhaul of her life. It's just been integrating small changes to how she moves and to the position she's in when she's not moving all the time. She hasn't set aside big blocks of time for exercise. She's weaving it into the fabric of her day. That is where the real power comes in. So take a moment right now. Think about how you feel right now and decide to focus on improving that before January 1st. So ask yourself questions like this. How's my energy level? How's my quality of sleep? What kind of muscle or joint pain do I have? Do I have chronic headaches? How are you managing your stress? Whatever. I would absolutely love to hear what it is you're going to focus on so that I can do whatever I can to support our community as we really harness the power of small steps and really get ourselves some great momentum going into the new year. So here's what you can do. You can call me at 201-580-MOVE, or you can just click the Leave Me a Message link in the show notes at healthymovingpodcast.com. Do either of those things, telling me one aspect of how you feel right now that you want to feel differently heading into the new year. And I'm going to do what I can to help you. Of course, if you want to work closely with me, I would love to have you in a challenge. We're going to have 2 big challenges, 2 of our 6-week main challenges between now and the end of the year, plus a surprise mini 30-day challenge that I'll tell you more about a little bit later on in the year. But if you want to work closely with me in these challenges and get direct coaching from me, head to healthymoving.com/coaching. And you can get all the details about that program. Our summer challenge is starting very soon. So head over there and get the details. I would love to have you join us, and I would love to work with you personally to help you harness the power of small steps and really improve how you feel so that you can head into 2016 with some amazing momentum, feeling far better than you do right now. Okay, I'll be back in just a moment with this week's Q&A. Okay, so today's question is an email from Marabeth, who says, Jen, I absolutely love the podcast, and I am so excited to begin integrating some healthy movement into my life. I really want to start right now, but here's the thing. I'm 22 weeks pregnant, and I work a desk job where I haven't been moving my body very much. Is it safe for me to start now or best for me to wait till after the baby comes? Thanks so much for your advice. Keep up the awesome work. Oh, thank you so much. I'm really excited that you're loving the podcast and can't wait to get to know you more. I think you probably already know, if you've been listening, that I am currently pregnant right now. I am about 30 weeks pregnant at the time I'm recording this with my 3rd child. And I'm teaching and actively coaching people and doing all of this stuff right now. So you absolutely can do all of this healthy moving as you're pregnant. And there's 2 things I just want to add to that. Number 1 is that you might say, like you did, that I haven't been moving very much. I know you're not supposed to begin any radical new exercise programs while you're pregnant. That's common advice that you hear. But this isn't really like your typical exercise program. This is, as I've said, about really changing how you move in your body as you're doing everything that you're already doing in your life. So we're not talking about huge heart accelerations or a lot of the things that we typically associate with exercise that could be a dramatic change for you to just begin with right now. So you can absolutely begin a healthy moving practice even in the middle of pregnancy. The second thing I want to say is it's a really good time to start. There's a couple of reasons why. Your alignment during your pregnancy affects the position of your baby. So that impacts how your baby is growing and your baby's own alignment. Plus, it impacts your labor and delivery and even your recovery afterwards. So even though you haven't been doing anything up until this point and you're a fair amount of the way through your pregnancy, you can still harness the power of some really small changes to improve not only your health, but also your baby's health. Starting this while you're pregnant is an absolutely wonderful thing to do, and I can't wait to support you as you do. Okay, so I love answering your questions. If you have a question you'd like me to answer on a future episode, call me at 201-580-MOVE, or you can just click the Leave Me a Message link in the show notes at healthymovingpodcast.com. As my way of saying thanks, if I use your question on a future episode, I'll send you a little something in the mail. Also, I really appreciate your feedback on the show. Would you please head to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and review? It helps me learn how to make the show better for you, plus it helps other people to find us. And of course, if you are enjoying the show, would you share it with your friends and family? There are links over at healthymovingpodcast.com to make spreading the word super easy for you. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, keep moving.